Welcome to The Wedding Winers, the podcast where love and wine go hand in hand. Whether you're planning your dream wedding or just love a good wine, we're here to uncork the best stories, advice and inspiration.
Guys, I hope you're well. Welcome to episode 4 of The Wedding Winers. Today we're going to have Becca talking about hair and makeup.
Hi, love.
Although she moaned at me because I said she wants to talk about makeup more than hair.
I do both. I'm happy to talk about both. But I started out doing makeup, and that is my first love.
Oh.
So, I know. I just romanticise your life, girl.
Before we open Becca's Pandora's box, let's talk about what wine we're drinking.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, sorry Amber.
Sorry. We are sponsored by the Old Bridge. So thank you
so
Old
much.
Bridge.
Yeah.
Today we've got a Badoba Sapphire.
You didn't practice this, did you?
Typically,
it's a red.
Badoba means day of luck.
Oh.
It's from Azerbaijan.
So it'd be a good red to have on your wedding day.
Yeah, that's cute.
A small fraction of the fruit is fermented in whole bunches. And then a section of the grapes are left to dry naturally on the vines until November, ensuring a fine balance between savoury and spicy elements of the grape.
Oh,
spicy.
Let's try some spicy wine.
Cheers.
So, girls, what have we been up to this week? Because I think our listeners like little knowing. They're all nosy. You're all nosy, you lot. What have you been up to? Anyone? Anyone for anything?
We're kind of knee deep in wedding fair season.
Oh yeah, fairs.
I didn't go to any wedding fairs when I was getting ready for my wedding. I wish I had though.
Getting ready for your wedding planning.
What did I say? Getting ready
for your wedding.
Oh, just wanting off to the fair first.
I think it's one of those things that so many I don't know, because a lot of venues do them now. Whereas I think previously it used to just be big.
You're right.
Showcase
exhibitions.
events.
Yeah, you're right. I went to one, got a photo in a photo booth.
That's
great story, Michelle.
We didn't have
we didn't have a photo booth, and they put like a background to it. So it's me and Chris stood in like the Africans, like the Sahara Desert with some animals around us.
Nothing says a wedding day like the Sahara Desert.
It's cheaper than safari.
True.
Honestly,
Wish you were here.
Yeah, random that, isn't it?
Yeah, really random.
I mean, that was a long time ago. That's the only one I went to.
Yeah, lots of wedding fairs. The Old Bridge actually have their wedding fair soon.
Yes.
We'll all be there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's such a great wedding fair at Old Bridge.
It's just a great venue. It's just a great venue.
Yeah, it's so chill.
The barbecues that they do there are great as well. They're summer barbecues.
Have they got some? Yeah, we
got some coming up.
So a little we were meant to record last week and we decided to just go. It was really sunny. We went to the Old Bridge and just sat outside and had some food and wine.
Yeah, we did.
We are the worst.
But that's the joys of being self-employed, isn't it? If you go, I don't quite fancy it today.
We can technically call it a business meeting.
We drank wine.
That's it.
And it was at the Old Bridge. And so you bumped into Sarah there, didn't you? She was telling, because you've been to their events, right?
Yeah, I've been to their barbecues, their summer barbecues, and they have a live band. They do amazing food. Everybody just sits in the sun. They've got a gorgeous outside area, and it's just good vibes. By the end of the night, everybody's up dancing and just having a good time. And their cocktails are unreal there. So yeah, if you see one being advertised, definitely give it a go.
Completely unwedding related.
Yes,
enjoy yourself. Have a nice summer, guys.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I am just in the thick of it. We're doing bridal trials. We're doing weddings. We are just out and about a lot of the time, really. I do notice over the summer I spend less and less time at the salon because we are sort of at wedding venues and travelling about. But yeah, just loving it. Really in the thick of it. Keeping busy. Meeting loads of lovely brides and bridal parties.
What about you, Michelle? What have you been up to?
Unwedding business related. Kids have had the school play.
Cute.
They're starfish.
Oh, my little boy's turning 6, actually, if we're talking about
we
unrelated
do that.
stuff.
Yeah.
We're just starfish and 6. Starfish have 5.
Oh, we're backwards, that's why.
Yeah.
So we are just getting ready for his birthday.
Cute.
Yeah, so that's, I've been, parenting. And got a photo shoot coming up, which I'm really excited to show everyone about as well, actually. It's going to be a really good one, actually. So that's coming up.
Just keeping busy, aren't we?
Keeping busy,
Busy guys.
We're just over here earning our money.
Doing the do.
Yeah, right. So today we are going to be talking not about Dove's hair. We're going to
God's sake.
we're going to be talking about hair and makeup because, I definitely see it in the shop, I guess because of kind of how people book. in other orders of wedding vendors and things, hair and makeup is a big deal for girls because.
Really big deal.
But the truth is, right, that we just don't. I don't think there's enough education out for brides on lots of things, like how it works, how you go around booking, trialing, how do you know who's good and who's not good, the prices. That's a big one I always get. People don't know how much it costs.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. For hair and makeup. So, why don't you start at the beginning, Becca?
Yeah. So, in terms of booking, do you mean as in like?
Yeah, how should they go around, like, researching people who they like? How long before the wedding should they think about booking?
Yeah, so my business personally, we usually book either a year or two in advance.
Really? That's a lot.
Yeah, and I know some makeup artists, they won't release, like they have a certain cut-off point where they won't start taking bookings until a certain point. But I had an inquiry for 2027 a few days ago, and I allow it. And do you know what as well? If you're really lucky, if you book quite far in advance, they will honour their prices.
Yeah, that's what I said to a bride the other day.
Yes, because I do. If that inquiry I had for 2027, I said that's absolutely fine. And actually, because you've booked so far in advance, I will still honour our 2025 prices. So that's a good way as well. Little tip.
That's a good tip for all vendors, actually. Most vendors, I mean, just with the general cost of living, right? Prices go up a little bit, mostly.
Yeah.
Probably annually, maybe. Give or take. So yeah, if you can plan and book vendors in kind of the year before, lots of them will honour their prices that are advertised. So yeah, that is a good
little
tip.
Yeah.
Don't tell them we told you.
But yeah, that's not to say everybody will do that. That's just kind of something that we work by. But yeah, booking, just book as far in advance. A good start is to know what you are looking for on the day. How do you usually wear your hair and makeup? Are you looking to feel and look completely different on your wedding day, or are you looking for a style that sits alongside what you usually go for? So if you are a full glam kind of galley, every day you like to put on a full face, you like to go all out, big hair, then you want to book hair and makeup artist.
I'm not full glam, I just have a face on.
Every time we come record, she's like, look at her red lip. Every single time. Full face makeup, red lip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know when you're going to put a camera on my face.
She's a sassy pants. Yeah. And yeah, so if that is you day to day, book somebody that, you know, does something similar.
One of my cake couples, actually, when she came to speak to me at cake tasting, I said, "Oh, have you booked other suppliers?" And she said, "Oh yeah, I've booked your friend." I was like, "Oh,
I've got so many friends."
And she said Becca. She was like, "I booked Becca to do hair and makeup because she said she doesn't wear a lot of makeup day to day, and she knew that you would do." What you do.
Yeah, so every hair and makeup person has their own like style, right?
They do, yeah.
Ish, but they're flexible though, aren't you? Like you could do
100%.
natural and a bit of, you know, you could do glam kind of in the like middle, surely, right?
Yeah. So we have had brides in. We specialise in soft, natural, day-to-day, lightweight glam. But that's not to say if somebody came in and said, "I want a full beat," you know, I want a real full glam, I wouldn't obviously turn them away at the door. My preference personally is to do soft, natural makeup that feels comfortable.
I guess that's the importance of a trial as well, right? Like if someone was saying they're coming in and saying, "I want a full glam," I guess at that point you would definitely be like, why don't you come in and have your makeup done
and see how it feels?
Is it enough? Like,
because also, just to break down what I think personally is a misconception, is I get so many brides coming in going, "I need to wear more makeup because the camera won't pick it up." I mean, the cameras that these photographers are using and videographers are better than any phone camera that you can use. These are professional bits of kit. If they can't pick up what makeup is on your face, that is not good. Like, of course they can. They're such high quality. You shouldn't have to put more makeup on for the camera to see it.
It's not like they're dancing about on stage and need a bright red lip and a blue eyeliner.
Exactly. Like they're close up to you. And I'm a strong believer in that you can't just have makeup that looks good in your photos. It has to look good in real life as well. If actually it looks great in all the photos, but your guests are coming to greet you and it's cakey, it's, you know, highlighting pores and, you know, giving you lots more skin texture and making you look older, that's not a vibe. So yeah, you need to find something that works for both, I think.
And it is tricky because it's not like if you wanted to taste some of Amber's cake, for example, you could go to a wedding fair and she'd have samples there to try before you book.
Yeah.
Whereas, I guess the hair and makeup it's tricky, right? You can't try before you buy.
And also, it's so hard as well because different photographers have different styles. And I think we spoke about this before, probably not on the podcast, but we spoke about this personally before. How different photographers take different photos with different filters and editing styles can completely affect how your photos look that you share.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you take your own on your phone or whatever, it's different. But every makeup will look completely different on each person's face and each person's photo of that face.
Yeah.
I do think as well, if you're if you're looking for hair and makeup, then most suppliers, like venues for example, if they've got pictures of real weddings, they should under the photos tag the people, other suppliers from that wedding. So you could always see like what hair and makeup stylists have worked at those venues, and you'll see like the sort of style then as well, and then go onto their Instagram and see what their own stuff. Don't be looking at pictures all over Pinterest and saying that's exactly what I want, and then going to take that to.
It's just a lot. So much of it now is AI generated.
Yeah.
That I receive so many pictures all the time that are inspo photos, but that person they're showing me isn't even a real human. It's literally an AI generated person. And it's great for inspiration, but you have to take it with a pinch of salt, because if you're just looking at it thinking, oh, I like this colour, or I like this, or I like this sort of shape, great. But if you're wanting to look exactly like that picture you're showing me, it's not even a real image. So,
and you never will. No, it doesn't matter. You'll never look exactly like a picture. That's the other thing you've got to kind of take with the picture salt, right? Like
and same with hair as well. Actually, like there's some things that are like particular styles that won't be achievable for some people. We can
because of the length of their hair.
Yeah, and also what sort of texture their hair is as well. Some people have really coarse, thick hair, other that could potentially be curly, or you've got girls with really thin, silky hair. We do quite often use hair extensions to help with girls that have similar hair type to that. To help.
Do you think that's like necessary, hair extension? Because there's a lot of hair stylists I've seen out there that insist you have to have hair extensions to create certain looks.
I think sometimes, not all the time. I will always try and keep the cost down for that bride and only use extensions if they are really, really essential.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's an additional cost, isn't it? But I'll also be honest and say there's only so much I can do with hair padding, teasing, whatever, or products to achieve that style. Let's see how it looks without, and if it's still not what you want, let's add extensions.
Yeah.
So
I've never had extensions.
Me neither.
Will you do as a deal? 2 for 1.
I just grow my hair.
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, cool.
Will you give me a wedding dress?
Yeah.
It's a deal. I've wanted one of those to sit at home on a Saturday night.
Get a mannequin in the corner of the living room.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like everybody's different, and I think until you come in and actually give it a go and see what you think, that's when we can start making tweaks.
Yeah. And the other thing actually that is really important, I think especially for hair and makeup, your hair and makeup stylist is there from the very beginning of your wedding day. Usually she or he, will be one of the first people you'll speak to in the morning. They will be there right up until the minute you walk down the aisle, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you've got someone there who is on your wavelength.
Yeah.
If you are looking for someone who is going to, be your hype girl or be your calm or, whatever, you need to make sure that you're on the same you've got the same vibe.
You've got to get on, yeah.
Because not just because they're not going to be a friend forever, but I'm just saying that like on your wedding morning, you want someone who's going to completely understand where you're at and be able to meet you there, right?
Yeah.
Like
Bring the vibes.
Yeah, well,
or the opposite, like the
yeah.
calm, like
That's
you might be
it.
someone who's strong enough to say to everyone else, could you all just like make space and leave the room, or you want to make sure you've got people there who have got you.
Yeah, and I think I do say actually, like as being a hair and makeup artist, you do turn into a bit of a chameleon because you do have to fit into every situation. And quite a lot of the times, I will walk in and judge the situation.
Yeah.
If we're all chilling and it's calm, quiet environment where we're all just taking it easy and relaxing, I will
do some yoga.
Yeah, just do a little oosa.
Yeah.
Well, I will completely just slip into that environment.
Should be massaging your feet.
Yeah, that's too far.
That's an extra
service.
service.
That is a different service.
That's a different website.
But also, if we've got a banging playlist on, everyone's laughing, we're having a good time, and I'm offered a mimosa, I might say yeah. I might get involved. No,
yes, but that's the joy of wedding fairs, isn't it? That you can meet them people.
Yeah.
And you can just have a informal chat, potentially show inspo pictures, that kind of stuff. And you get that advice at a wedding fair from sometimes there's 2 or 3 different hair and makeup stylists there, so you can see what they all say, and just see how they feel. So I'm a massive advocate for a wedding fair. Can you tell? I might just get to the wedding fair.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shirley doesn't get out much.
Yeah.
I do. It's always at wedding fairs.
Yeah.
Thanks, some good tips. Right, so a hair trial. So I always say to my brides when they come in, when's your hair makeup trial? And I always say to wear a top that has a similar neckline to their wedding dress, and white or ivory where possible, to give it the most similar look to how the wedding day is going to go. Is that good advice, or am I just talking a load of BS?
No, it is really good advice.
Thank you.
Because I think it's one of the hardest things actually about the wedding day is that with your centerpieces, most other things, decorations, you can see firsthand what it's going to look like, but actually how you're going to look on the day, very few brides are able to actually see that. They have to just use their imagination of what their hair and makeup is going to look like with the dress and just hope that it comes to life on the day. So it is a hard one.
If they're coming in, so trials, do you recommend them to everybody? And does everyone take you up on it?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, it gives you the reassurance on the day that you know exactly how everything's going to look. And I don't really like leaving things to chance, to be honest. I'm confident in my abilities, but and I have done brides without a trial. But my preference would always be to have a trial beforehand.
Yeah,
because you never know how.
It's also just a good opportunity for the bride as well, right? To say, you know what, I thought I wanted that, I was wrong.
That's it. And there's so many brides that have done a U-turn and thought they wanted something, and then having seen it have gone, actually, that is not what I want at all. Can we try something else? And that's absolutely fine. But yeah, I think on your wedding day, a lot of brides would much prefer to have the reassurance of knowing exactly what's going to happen, that their hair's going to hold, because the purpose of a trial as well is to see how it lasts. Everybody's skin reacts differently to certain products. They want to have that reassurance that at 6 p.m. their makeup's still going to look as good as it did at 9 a.m.
Yeah, the last thing you want is also, as you say about reactions and things, the last thing you want is to be like, oh my god, I love this eyeshadow, and then you have your trial and 2 hours later your eyes flare up.
Yeah.
The last thing you want is that on your wedding day.
Yeah.
So if they're coming for a hair and makeup trial and on the morning of their wedding, wash your hair the night before?
Yes, I don't know why people, back to misconceptions, but I think I've had a few people in saying, oh, I thought I needed to have my hair kind of unclean or not cleaned. What is the word?
Dirty.
I was trying to avoid dirty. Dirty sounds bad. Okay, dirty hair. Unwashed hair.
Yeah.
To make their curls or style last longer. That is not true.
Surely greasy makes it heavier.
It does, and it's really hard to get greasy hair back to looking non-greasy. Whereas
You don't want greasy hair on your wedding day.
No. But if your hair's freshly washed and we need to add texture or a bit more grip, I can add that with product.
So wash the night before.
Wash the night before.
And what about skin?
Skin, I would say, don't.
Because there's whole things, isn't there, online about how you should go for an exfoliation treatment the week before and all that sort of stuff.
I would say get all of that done way before the wedding day, because you just don't want to risk, going for a chemical peel or something like that a few days or a week before the wedding and having a reaction, like you say. So get all of that stuff done before. We can also create like a timeline if you did want to do dermaplaning or a chemical peel or anything like that before the wedding. We can put together a kind of timeline to make sure that that's done way before we get to the wedding day.
Yeah, I'll also say, I often get brides come in asking about saying they're going to go for probably a spray tan or a sunbed or something before their wedding to get a bit of colour to their skin.
Yeah.
I assume if they're coming from a makeup trial, they should also do that before their makeup trial, because that will change the colour of their product.
I mean, to be honest, spray tans do make your makeup look different. In my opinion, I think having a little bit of colour on your skin does enhance your makeup as well.
So they should have that before the trial, though, so then we know what product.
Yeah, but it's not essential.
Okay.
I would say if you are having a spray tan before your wedding, though, go for a spray tan trial as well and have one before the wedding, just to make sure that you like it. Make sure you're happy with the colour, because you don't want to have one right before the wedding and not be happy with it.
Another question. How long does it take to do your hair and makeup? Because obviously for the morning of the wedding, if you've got a 12 o'clock ceremony, that is, depending how big your bridal party is, right? Roughly, how long will it take to do one person's hair and one person's makeup, so that any brides listening can figure that out, their timeline? Because obviously, you work as a team, right?
Yeah.
And also out there's people that will just do hair as well as just do makeup, so they can work two at the same time or take it turns or whatever.
Yeah.
But roughly, so people can figure it out.
I would say every makeup artist is different.
Sure.
So I would always, sometimes, photographers may provide a timeline of the morning, but I would always go by your hairstylist or your makeup artist's timeline.
Yeah.
Only they know how long they take. But me personally and my team, we usually take between 45 minutes and an hour.
For hair, then 45 minutes and an hour for makeup.
Yeah. So you're probably looking at about an hour and a half, 2 hours for both.
And if you've got two people, whether you go, obviously Becca's got a great team, but whoever you go with, if there's two people doing separate people working on one person, that obviously takes an hour. So you can do hair and makeup at the same time, can't you?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But we'll usually put together kind of schedule in the morning to say, when everybody's going to be in. And we don't usually like the bride to go last, usually second to last, just in case for any reason timings do run over, then we still know that the bride is ready.
And whoever you put going to go a full face of glam at 7 o'clock in the morning, you owe a great big glass of wine.
Yeah. No one ever wants to be the first.
She has took one for the team there.
Yeah,
right?
agreed.
Yeah. And have you got any advice on like your makeup and your hair like lasting all day? Like, 'cause obviously people won't it's going to last to the end of the day.
I think that's the purpose of the trial, to be honest. If your hair doesn't hold a curl, probably best to go for an up style. We can sort of add product and try different techniques and things to ensure that your curls do last. But if you're really worried about it, I would say...
So there's nothing that a bride can do to make their hair and makeup last all day. It's more like that's what your hair and makeup stylists are for. They've got all the products, do all of that stuff.
I would say so, yeah, absolutely. All I would say about in terms of skin, your makeup will sit better on hydrated skin. So just make sure that you're really looking after your skin on the lead up to the wedding and the lead up to the trial. Drinking lots of
wine.
water, wine, always wine.
Water, obviously I meant water.
Yeah, we meant water. Slip of the tongue.
That's Jesus.
Yeah, and just if you want any skincare advice, like ask your makeup artist when you go for your trial. They're looking at your skin in that moment, and they'll know the best steps to take, and just take their advice. That's what I say.
Anything else you got to say on the topic?
Our diary's open for 2026. Drop me a message. Shameless plug.
You know what
It's
I
not
do?
shameless.
There's nothing shameless here, right? So I've Becca's done my makeup, and I've seen her do a lot of other people's makeup. You always start with the eyes, don't you?
Yeah,
And I was thinking that's really weird.
everyone says that.
Not even foundation. It's literally the eyes first.
Straight into eyes.
Yeah.
For a few reasons, because if you've done all your skin and then you start doing, eyeshadow and maybe a bit of a smoky eye, that fallout from the shadow is going to fall onto your skin that you've just perfected.
Yeah.
But also, it's for balance, because for me, if you've got quite a dark, smoky eye, then the rest of your face needs to balance out with that. So you'll notice that if you've got quite a smoky eye, suddenly the blusher that you applied doesn't seem that bright anymore. Everything else kind of needs to fall in line with that.
It's a whole science, isn't it?
It's a whole science, yeah. So that's why I do eyes first.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Amber, any questions?
No.
Fabulous.
Answered everything.
Is she the best?
She really is.
Where can they find you? Becca, part of Piggy Rose Beauty on Instagram at
PiggyRose_beauty.
anywhere else? TikTok?
TikTok as well. Although,
If you go inspo, look at her Instagram page.
Yeah, if you're looking for inspo, then go onto my Instagram. If you're just looking to have a bit of a laugh at me sort of prattling about on TikTok, then head over there.
And they can contact you through Instagram as well, can't they?
Yeah.
They message you through
And we've
Instagram.
also got a website as well, which is www.piggyrosebeauty.com.
Perfect. Thanks. So we hope that helped.
If you've got any questions for Becca,
Yeah,
give us a shout.
or hello to her Instagram. She has just started that out, so yeah, feel free to ask her any questions on there, or you can, obviously message us through Instagram at @the_wedding liners. And we hope you have a great week. Thanks for listening, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.